I didn't be like buy 2K, bitch.
It's like nigga was the biggest tryhard ever. I'm all for two. Nigga dick everybody down.
Oh no. You keep going to the station and find a lobby.
I doubt it. I'm pretty sure this bitch on your server still. On the West Coast. I doubt it.
Look at this nigga, Russ Westbrook right here. You got the NBA logo on his head.
This is fine forever.
Yeah, they got squad 3 here. I'm done.
Should already be waiting.
If you keep moving laterally,
So we gonna hop on them Lakers, huh?
tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I don't know.
Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27
The ball's gonna jump back and I'm like, oh, let's go play. Let's do this.
We're trying to call it. Pistons?
And nearly an interception here
We're
on their
going this
opening
over.
drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh man, that was close.
Damn, you see these niggas next to us? Sexy.
Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
This scrawny ass nigga.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Names are trash as fuck.
As soon as we were thinking about the start again, but like, yo.
From the shotgun.
What is this nigga?
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm ready to shot range stretch
They
4.
were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty?
I made that pure sharp though, bro. He got like a 96.3, 6'5".
No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces
I made him hella skinny though. Yeah, this nigga got off. This nigga got on. Hold up.
What is this dude?
Oh, let me see. What's the name? In, right? Infamous. Hold on right here. Sharpshooting athletic. I'm done. Niggas on 2 sides. Damn, he got every single badge though. Fuck. He has all 32. I mean, if I kept playing, I could have got 32 already. Not that hard. Bonnie. What up, sexy? Alright, what are we hopping on?
Hurry up, you got off.
Come to Detroit.
What's the old adage? Be quick.
This nigga Barney
It's
not even here.
the top left one. Bonnick. Oh, he's not in the lobby. This nigga lobby.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and
Alright,
10.
shit, Barney pissed it.
I'm done. This nigga gonna get on. And he'll get off too.
Wait for his eyeglass to get off.
Just boot him off, Bonnick. Drop kick that nigga. I got the Jordan arm sleep on, like, bruh.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free.
And they got some Orlando shorts on? Fuck no.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think with their
Utah.
counter, his talent sometimes beat that double
Oh,
coverage.
you in the squad, right? Okay,
Now they face a 3rd and
Did
10
not.
after back-to-back incompletions.
What's this score? I shouldn't be that bad. 7-12.
Y'all niggas better know how to play D.
He's going to go for a big
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's definitely not your fault.
incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't
Yeah, I'll play till we lose, bro. I'm trying to play this shit.
Nigga, if you gotta go poop, nigga, then just quit. And your computer play.
Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up.
I need a VC, nigga.
Good return there, 17 yards.
Yeah.
And it'll
Thought
be
they only looked for the
Seattle
double
football,
XP.
1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on
I don't like the game
back-to-back
because I have a
drives.
fucking boring ass center.
And
I
old
want to
school
shoot.
coaches don't necessarily mind
Bro,
that.
I'm just gonna start playing on that sharp.
Right? Didn't create a big play.
Pure sharp, bro. I'm just going left, right, left, right.
Know what you're looking for.
mean, I don't know about that left right.
And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So the
this defense, I have to say they like the early returns.
now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And Cook has it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because It's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit
play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right.
Okay, you just pushed the fucking
left
airball.
side.
You gonna box out your player or what?
Oh, my bad.
It's always your bad.
Big time play there for the Falcons. 55 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run here with Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
I would not have shot that. Surprised it's not traveling.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Come this way. There you go.
And that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback.
Oh, okay, I appreciate that.
Awfully close.
There you go. See?
An incomplete pass on
I'm in the post. I don't realize the whole game that I'm just under the rim. Oh my god, he faked fucking the slow roll. Fuck me. We need threes. We actually need y'all to actually score.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to
go the other way, Bonnet.
Downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
God.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I can only do so much. Lock them and everything, you guys still don't get the board.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. It's Pumphrey on the toss. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Oh, fucking garbage.
A gain of a couple, and that's going to
Holy
leave him with a
shit.
third and about 5.
Embarrassing.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've
Well,
already
that's the
looked
worst
ahead
team
and
in this conference.
anticipated
Yeah,
this
we
type
ain't
of
being no better.
situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third
Yeah,
down play.
balls there. B plus.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And here now come the Falcons. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Being chased out left. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Forced out to his left. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And some space here. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 10.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now back to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
How are you going to hate?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay.
Just to get the
I think we
donations
just saw an
and
example of that there,
this
didn't
month.
we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Coming into Friday, the streamer Kaylee has received a 7-day ban.
This quarterback
She's uploaded
now,
a video to YouTube
9 of
explaining
16
her ban
through
and
the
told us
air
that
as
her
he's
ban
got it
was
first
because she
and
went to
10.
one of her friends' chat who goes by the name Avalanche and typed in chat.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
The scam
9
artist.
yards is the
Get the
pickup
gym
there, and
retard
they'll
and
have
grow
a
some.
2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To this that comes from the Raj Patel podcast where
He'll
Kaylee
look to
made these
throw.
same sort of jerk. So here is that clip. And let's
That
run
is
it.
caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can't hit the gym and grow height.
Oh my God, yes, you can hit the gym.
No, you can't. What do you mean? Hey, excuse me.
looking to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 6 yards away. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point lines up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what was I thinking, pretending that I'm bold as that as manager, dude? Like, what the fuck is wrong with me, dude? And I also have another
one play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Having said Boltzad hasn't shared any information about his plan,
this is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Wilson.
What's the old expression? 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
if his tweet gets 1,000 check soon after, and it's around 3 tweets.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And he finds Daniels. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Tempo.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Open man here is Cole. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Penny. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Vic Beasley coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Let's go, 14.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Vic Beasley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, over here.
Play action. Now Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Buying time to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. That ball running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll drop the throw. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to get away. Keeps himself upright. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Barkevius Mingo in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag. Extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A gain of 6 there on first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again here, Wilson steps away to his left. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley from 19 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And his kick is good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now come the Seahawks. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, you got three down.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Being chased out left. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 9 yards on the play and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Again, Wilson looking downfield for Dez. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he's going to throw deep back over. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Flush to his right. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. Connects with Sanu right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Zebra. Right there. Shotgun. Right there. 54 Mike. Yeah. You don't want none.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, that's Carson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Tempo.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Falcons, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. Like a boss right now, I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the know the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot put no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah. Shorty ought to been my me. Oh yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left. Yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. I put down, no basic. I know these be hating. That's what made me. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
Somebody call for the queen. Dagger.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they dustman, my neck and my belly on, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling.